Last video we learned how to create your catalog, how to add items, how to create descriptions, how to build categories, and technically bulk upload items and build your entire catalog, right? In this video we're gonna look at a few more hidden features, not exactly hidden but advanced features, which when you go through it you will be like, this is the entire set of things that I always wanted from my app or my website or WhatsApp, and I was always dependent on someone or doing this manually. And these are the things that Sync enables. And let's straight away dive into your catalog that we created last time. We created a catalog with three categories: beans, coffee, and then there was merchandise, which we had created. Now let's look at few features around this catalog. One of it is lock catalog. Now there are certain cases where at certain days you might not be accepting orders. In those cases you can completely lock your catalog out, which means that when you lock it, customers cannot order from there. It comes as item is locked by admin. This can of course be unlocked when you're ready to accept orders. Similar thing can be done even at an item level. Let's say in out of stock conditions where you can lock one item off, right? So this entire thing is just now a click away. Now there is no, there are no circumstances where you've collected orders and you've told no, it was out of stock, and then there's a huge back and forth that happens, right? Similarly, one very interesting thing is the search. Now, search is of course common, but if you see the speed in which it happens, now this is of course 12 items, but it is the same speed which happens even if there are 1000 SKUs. People can search items and add it to their cart, right? Now, let's say if you want to change something around your category. The how it works is similar to how an item works. In item, you used to long press an item. Here, you long press a category. You can change the category name. You can add a serial number, and you can decide if you want to keep the category as expanded or not. We'll see this in as an example straight away. We take the coffee example because that is on the second number. So we put the serial number as 1. We set the category to expanded, update category. And this is what happens. Coffee, which was earlier on the second position, now comes on top. While these are not expanded, coffee becomes expanded by default. Now, there are certain businesses who prefer their categories to be expanded all the time, and there are certain businesses who prefer it to be closed. But the power is with you in this entire app, and you can decide which categories remain open, which categories remain closed, and how you want to do it. So that's what we see over here. So if we come again from chat to buy, coffee is auto expanded because that was the rule that was set. Yep. And if we close it, it becomes closed by default. So now what we will do is, let's see how to, let's get into details and let's see how do we start editing a catalog. And when you click on edit catalog, that's when a lot of features will also come across, which will be really, really helpful. We click on edit catalog. So I'm just pausing over here. This section is for your images of the catalog. Of course, there is description. We will leave this confirm before pay for another video. This is the footnote that you can put. These are the minimum order values. In certain cases, it doesn't make sense for you to accept an order which is, let's say, lesser than 500 bucks, right? So this comes into a real help in those cases. There might be certain cases where you're doing delivery charges. So those charges could be put under miscellaneous charges per order. And let's go from the top. We select an image. Image selection is pretty normal, and we keep selecting, let's say, one more image. Let's make it 3. Yeah. We get into the catalog description. The best coffee in town. Yeah. We get into confirm before pay, but this we will handle it later. Footnote, you can of course put anything in your entire footnote. In this case, let's just find us on social media. Minimum order value, below which you cannot accept an order. The miscellaneous charges per order. Now, there are few interesting options over here, and if you've run businesses on WhatsApp, if you've run businesses over websites, you'll know how important these are straight away. First is, for customers, there are a lot of times when the items are not there in the catalog, but you don't mind fulfilling it as long as the customer says. So that essentially is add your own items, hide locked items. Now let's say you saw the example where the entire catalog was locked. There are chances where 50% of items are out of stock. It's not nice to show everything locked. So you could prefer to hide locked items. Next is allow cancellations. There might be chances where you want to give customers the option to cancel orders. We will see the cancellation bit in the next bit, but let's see how it works. We've just activated that also. And we update the catalog. Now, once it's updated, let's, as a customer, right? Let's place an order. Let's try placing an order and see if everything that we put, does it fit somewhere and does it make sense? So I open up the coffee tab. I add one item espresso. I go to view cart and I check out. But here, let's go through this line by line. I added one item of espresso, which was 80 bucks. Item total. If you remember, in one of the first videos, we added a tax charge. There was a packaging charge that we added. And in this video, we added miscellaneous charge, right? So the total comes up to 115. Again, in the first video, when we were looking at the profile, there was an option. Do you want to do deliveries or do you want to enable pickups? We said we want to enable both. So deliveries is, there is an address. This is the delivery address, and there is a pickup address also. And more importantly, the minimum order value. We said that the minimum order value is 120, but I put in the worth of the cart was 80 bucks. So it says, please add items totaling rupees 40 to checkout. Now, this is the ease of doing everything that you ever wanted. Just behind some buttons, putting in values, and sync does everything and helps you create that app-like experience which people have come to expect out of any marketplace apps or any of their favorite apps. So this is technically pickup address or delivery address. Now let's go back. Let's add items to the cart. We've added items worth 325. Now, if you see, it has no problem. It's met our minimum order rule, and I can from here go ahead to swipe to order and place the order. But what we'll do is we'll not swipe. We'll see what this entire thing is. Add your own item. Here I could say I want some sugar, or I want some steel straws. And these you as a business might charge or might not charge, but this can be taken offline. But this gives the entire power of unstructured ordering. I'll just pause over here. This is where the order has been placed. And if you see the content over here, right, your order number 4953515 has been placed. If you remember in the first videos when we went into what the profile would look, there was a tab called order summary, order confirmation message. These messages again can be customized. So we placed an order as a customer. After you place an order, you come into this page where there is sync, your profile, your support, and the latest order that you placed. So I placed espresso, cool coffee, double espresso, sugar, metal straw. There were some tax charges, packaging charges, and miscellaneous charges. And this order has now been passed on to the Perfect Coffee Store. As a owner, you get a notification. Sync placed order XYZ for these many items. Of course, my name over here is Singh, but when the customers log in via their real name, that comes over there. So this was a bit more into categories and catalogs, and of course the power that it gives for everyone to create a beautiful app experience. And that's it for now.